What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Jazzy Bell, and you are tuned into Women in Hip Hop Podcast. And on this show, we focus on the many talents and influences from women within the culture. And today, I'm very excited for obvious reasons. I am here with the breakout star of Love and Hip Hop Miami,
Yay!
Amara LaNegra.
Oh my God, that was some extra R's in there. Thank you so much. Thank you for the invitation. I'm so happy to be here. And anything that is to support women and empower women, I'm always up for it. So
Yes. So I know that. I've been following you, and I'm very pleased with what you're doing.
amen.
Yes, and of course, your beauty is very intriguing.
Oh, thank you. You're beautiful too.
Thank you very much. Okay, now let's get to it. So you already know how this show goes.
How
I
does
like
it
to
go? Oh
give
my God.
people she doesn't know.
Oh my God, I'm scared. Dun, 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 dun.
I just like to give people like a backstory. I know we watch you on Love and Hip Hop Miami. I know you kind of tell your story, but you
Right.
share that platform with so many other cast members.
Right.
So for here, it's just to kind of say, where you from and just how you got to being who you are today.
Okay, so I was born and raised in Miami. My parents are Dominican, so obviously I consider myself a Dominican. I grew up very cha-cha, like I say, very Latina. I started as a child star when I was 4 years old in this show called Sábado Gigante. I was there for 6 years every Saturday. Then I became a backup dancer for the channel, doing Latin Grammys, Premio Lo Nuestro, all these big awards. Then I started doing commercials for Disney, and little by little, it just kind of like evolved. It wasn't something that happened overnight. I always knew what I wanted to be, and I pursued it from a very early age. I'm very grateful that my mom supported me 100%. And then little by little, like I said, that's the reason why I'm here today. I've been putting in that work.
You have since day
As a
one,
matter
literally.
of fact, let me start.
Oh my God, let's toast to you.
Yes, we're
Been
toasting.
doing this since day one.
Yes, we're doing this with water because it's very healthy to drink water.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Come on, don't put me on a blast.
My viewers know better than
Oh,
that.
okay, well, yeah, she's making me have a shot. All right.
Well, first, I want to ask you, your name is Dana.
Diana.
Diana?
Yes.
Okay, so Google's wrong.
Google is wrong.
That's why I love to have a guest here to
Google is
clarify.
wrong. I've been trying to figure out who put that out there. That my name is not Dana.
It says Dana Danelis.
Or Donna. It's
Say-
Diana Danelis.
Danelis.
Yes, Danelis. Diana Danelis de los Santos.
Ooh.
Yes.
Where did Amara LaNegra come from? Amara.
Okay, so I used to be in this girl group called Amara. It was 5 of us. It was back when Destiny's Child started, and then everybody wanted to be Destiny's Child. So then I was like, oh my God, we should do a group. Then one of the girls got pregnant, and then the other one fell in love with some guy, and then none of them were focused. And I was the only one that, no matter how much I can like someone or whatever the case may be, nothing will get me unfocused from my career. So the fact that they went through that, I decided to keep the name because it means eternal beauty. And somewhere in Google, I saw that it meant like woman of cinnamon skin or something like that.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh my God, that is so perfect. And I don't know a lot of Amaras, or I don't know any Amaras at all. So then I said, I'm going to be Amara. And then La Negra, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious.
Right.
A lot of people didn't remember my name. So it would be like, what's La Negra's name? What's the little black girl's name? La Negra. And then it just stuck. Amara La Negra.
How did that feel being called the little La Negra?
La Negra?
Yeah.
The thing is that for us, we say it out of love. We
So
say
it's a
it
term
out
of endearment.
It's a term of endearment. Like you say, la flaca, the skinny one, or the fat one, or the chunky, or whatever. La negra is not a bad thing for us. Obviously, there's people that don't use it properly. But if you say, ay, mi negrita, I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Now, with the other members of the group, Amara, do you still talk to them? Where are they today?
No, that I have no idea where these girls are. I have never known anything after that.
Well, how did you guys get together? Because, like, in comparison to
MySpace.
Destiny Child, no way.
MySpace.
So you guys didn't, grow up together? Y'all wasn't, in
No.
school together?
No.
And it wasn't, a natural...
No, it was
Collective.
MySpace. It was back in MySpace. They were doing an audition. They put it out there, looking for girl group, da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh, my God, I have to audition because what about maybe we can be Destiny's Child? You never know.
Right.
So then that's how it happened. And we didn't last very long at all, but it's okay.
Did you get along with them? Okay, no. So-
Yeah, about that. We did. We
Okay.
did, but not really.
Oh, okay. It's funny that you compared with the Destiny Child because you was compared to Beyonce on the show, and that
Oh,
was a
God.
big
Oh, God.
ordeal. And I'm gonna get to that in a second.
No. I'm just playing.
I'm gonna get to that in a second. But talk to me about the term Afro Latina.
Okay. What do you want to
Because
know?
I just feel like
Do you
being
know
from
anything
Detroit,
about Afro-Latino?
but this is the thing. That's why I'm gonna like really express it, because I love this podcast because I speak from a fan's perspective, and sometimes I speak from an ignorant perspective because
Right.
I want to learn.
Okay.
And I think it's okay to say, yo, I don't know.
That's fine.
Because I think when you watch the show Love and Hip Hop Miami, not to bounce all over the place, but the back and forth between you and Young Hollywood, which is kind of crazy because he is, Latino. But even he seemed to be a little ignorant when it came to what that term really means. So now, after moving to New York when I was like 19 back in the day, I'm originally from Detroit. So I didn't know what none of that meant growing up until I moved here. So please, for the people out there that's not really sure what Afro-Latina is, break it down.
It's really not that hard. My race, I'm black. I don't think we have to break that down. Culturally and everything else, I'm Latina. I grew up in a home where only Spanish was spoken. My mom doesn't know any English. None of my family members know any English. I think there's a big, which I spoke about that in the last interview that I had. A lot of people will say, oh, because Dominicans or people that are Afro-Latino don't consider themselves black. It's not that we don't consider ourselves black. It's that there's a misconception for us being, if you say black, means African American. Because the way that the system is set up over here, it's either you're Caucasian, you're black, which means African American, you are Latino, which everybody's put in a pot. Even though there's Colombians, Hondurans, Cubans, Dominicans, there's like so many of us, but they consider all Latinos, just put us in a box. So that's really what happens. And then I just feel like a lot of people feel ignorant as far as Afro-Latinos and their culture is because there isn't a lot of exposure of Afro-Latinos on TV or in the entertainment industry for the most part. So which is one of the reasons why I'm really fighting for it, because I feel that there should be more representation of people that look like myself in the Latin community. Therefore, that would help as well for people not to feel as if like, oh, there's no way that you can be black and also be Latin. You know, something has to be wrong. No, there's nothing wrong. Is that there's more people on the other side of the world. Everything is not just here and what you see on social media and what you see on the news. So that's basically what it is. So I do understand why people can be confused. I don't like to treat the ignorance with violence or being aggressive or being, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just educate people and inform them, because I can't be mad at you if you just don't know.
Exactly. And say you don't know. I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay to say that you don't know. I don't know mad stuff. Like, I have no idea of like a lot of things, and I'm cool to ask and get informed and learn. Like, you should always be open to learning.
Yes, yes. Now, when did you first hear the term Afro-Latina? Latina.
Ay, Dios mío. I don't really think that it was like when I first learned it. It's like, when did you first hear that you were black?
Oh, since day one.
Exactly. The same thing for me. It's like when did you know that
Afro,
you were black?
Latina? Exactly. Like that. Because I feel like if that was the case, then why are there women out there that look like you that may not resonate with them that they're Afro-Latina, like a Young Hollywood? Like, why doesn't he know about Afro-Latina?
I guess
it seems like you know, because maybe from day one that was brought to your attention. So for some, do you think that a lot of them didn't grow up with that term in their household?
I think that a lot of them may have not grown with the term.
Right.
Or
because I always grew up with the term black. I couldn't run from being black, child.
Right. I can't run from being black either.
Right.
So, and I can't run from being black, and I can't run from being Latina either, because my mom is like lighter than you a little bit, but my father is probably a little bit darker than the camera guy. Like, he's very, very dark skinned. So there's such a mix of shades and shapes in my family. On my mom's side of the family, they have very European features and they're very fair skinned. But on my father, they're very dark skinned, and the women have small waists, big butts, big hips. So it's so versatile that for me, it was like a natural, normal thing. So it's not that it's funny to me that it's different for other people. It's just that I always grew up in it, so there was nothing special about it. That's just who we are.
So you always grew up with that term in your household?
Yeah,
always.
Yeah.
Good.
Tú eres negra. You're black. Like, you know what I mean? And if anything, you're Afro-Latina, and that's what it means. You come from African descent. You're black. Like, we could be Latinos. But among the Latinos, you have light skin with maybe blue eyes and blonde hair or whatever. And then you have Afro-Latinos, which kind of helps you understand that they come from African descent. Their features might be different. Their hair texture, they might look like me. So that's just the breakdown, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Now talk to me about colorism, because it seemed like since you hit that love and hip hop stage, honey. And I know after a while, because you've done a lot of interviews, so it's probably coming across a little redundant at this point. But I do feel like you have become, but this may be your calling, right?
It is.
You might have became the poster child in this era to kind of break down what that is. Growing up, I've always been faced with that. I'm sure a lot of black women have been faced with that. Black people, period. But for whatever reason, it seemed like it came as a shock when you in Hollywood had your back and forth about it.
Right.
So, I mean, when did you first experience colorism?
So, because I started at a very early age, I did a lot of beauty pageants and stuff like that. I think that I personally felt it when I was like about 4 or 5 years old. I can still remember when I was in that TV show, Salo Gigante with Don Francisco. I was the only black girl in the group. And either they would put me in the middle or they would put me in the back because they just didn't know how to place me. So it didn't look awkward. So then that already made me feel some type of way. I also remember going to get my hair done, hair, makeup, make sure that you're good to go on set. And one of the hairstylists told my mom, you need to perm her hair or do something because her hair is unmanageable. We don't have time for that. Wow. Yeah. Because for other girls that have different textures of hair, all you have to do is brush, put it in a ponytail, get out. But when you have, my kind of texture of hair, you have to put in a little bit of work. So those
a little bit of edge control.
Yeah. So I remember my mom looking at me with this face like that it just, I knew that it had just gotten started. I knew that this was going to be the beginning of something that was going to be tough, but I also knew that I had to be strong for it. So I went through the whole colorism many, many, many times growing up. Jokes in school, even in the Latin schools, because I grew up in Miami where there's a lot of Latin community. And even the little kids would say little stupid comments because, kids are very blunt. They have no filters. Sometimes it's innocent that they do it, right. But sometimes it's just them being mean. And there were a lot of comments like, oh, you're a monkey, you're a this, you're a that, all types of stuff. In the moment, I felt bad. With time, I understood that, they were just being kids and there was just ignorance. But unfortunately...
You realized that at 4, 5, 6 years old? That kids were just being kids?
No, I took it to the heart.
Oh, okay.
With time.
Yeah.
With time, I did get to understand. Not to mention that my mom was always there because I would always run to my mom like, oh my God, like, everything's that to me.
Yeah.
But my mom always made sure to tell me that you're beautiful, you're a queen. Don't let anybody make you feel that you're inferior than anybody. She was always there, persistent, every single day to make sure that I grew up with a strong personality and a strong character, which I'm very grateful for. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Mommy.
Well, since you're bringing up mommies, I do want to shout out mine as well because my mother is very light. I think even lighter than your mother.
Really?
Yeah, so she made it a point to tell me I was beautiful every day too. And I remember feeling bad for her because I felt like she had to do that for me. Not that she didn't believe I was beautiful,
right.
But I faced those same obstacles of being called, growing up in the States, they'll say, no one is 100% black. Right. And I remember even my own relative, I'm not going to say which brother.
Right.
But it's all good, because I have 9 siblings and we're all a different shade.
Oh, wow.
Same mother, same father, too. And my father is darker, like a little bit your complexion, maybe even darker.
Yes.
So, it's a mixture.
Right.
So I'm like the best blend of them both, I will say. But I'm the darkest.
Oh, okay.
Sister, like girl in the family. And I have some brothers that's my complexion. And they was like, well, she's 100% black. And it was like a joke. And my mother like beat his ass. And was like, don't talk like that about her. And she pulled me to the side and just really had to tell me I was beautiful. So I understand what that did for you.
Right.
Did you ever spoke to your mother about that? Like what that did for her? Like what did that teach you, I guess, for your mother to do that to you?
You know that in my country, and not just in my country, in many countries, and a lot of people have that brainwashed mentality, which to me is self-hate, but let's not get into that. They used to tell her that you can't be with no black man because you need to better the race. Meaning that you don't want your daughter to come out with nappy hair and, you know what I mean? You don't want her to come out with like a big nose and big lips. And you don't want that because that's ugly. That's bad. So when you have that type of mentality that's being passed on from generation to generation to generation, thankfully that wasn't my case because I love my skin color and I love my features and I love just who I am and my butt and my waist.
You've always loved it, even when you were going through hate with the
No, I
kids?
didn't. I didn't always love it. I was bulimic for a very long time, and nobody really knew about it. I was hospitalized, and that's something I never really talk about. I was hospitalized because I would eat and I would throw up. I always felt fat. I always felt that I was, my body wasn't ever good enough. Now that people are like, oh my God, you're naked all the time, and you showed naked pictures. What are you doing? I've gotten to that point where I'm confident. I like my dimples, and I like my stretch marks, and I like who I am, and I like the way my thick thighs. I like it. Before, I was always trying to mock the girls that I saw on TV, the girls on the magazines. Her arms are skinny, her legs are skinny. Why do I have so much butt? What's wrong with my hips? Like, what is wrong with it? No matter how much exercise I do, it won't go away. So it took me a long time to understand that's just part of who you are. You're not meant to be like her. That's just who she is. You need to find you. So once I was able to accept that, now I embrace it, and I'm showing all of this to everybody.
We see all of that. And just in case y'all don't, go to her Instagram.
Go for it, yes.
How long did you deal with being bulimic and bulimia?
I dealt with it for many years, and I'll tell you that you never recoup 100%.
Really?
Once you go through something like that, you will never recoup 100%. You will always feel triggered. It's a mindset.
How did you get out of it?
I don't know. I don't know. It's like when you gain a lot of weight and there comes one day that you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh my God, I'm so fucking fat. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It takes that one day that you notice. It's the same thing. It was that one day that I was like, okay, that's it. I'm going to stop doing this. And whoever doesn't love me like this, and oh well. And that was just what it was. But it took me a very long time. I originally, before that was weighing 230 pounds. I know. I lost.
How tall are you?
5'7" and a little bit, like almost 5'8". I
lost. You were juicy.
Yes, I lost the weight dancing. I was dancing 4 hours, at a time every day, and that also triggered me. Feeling that I didn't look like the rest of the dancers. So it was just all that together that like I said, I never talk about this. This is probably one of the very few interviews I've ever really spoken about it.
Well, we appreciate you opening up about it.
But I think it's okay. I want people to get informed, and I know that there's a lot of people out there and a lot of women who feel ashamed of their bodies, of the way that they look, of their dimples, of their cellulite, of everything. Don't feel ashamed of that. There will never be another one of you. So all those imperfections you have make you beautiful. There's only one of you ever in the planet.
I want to close that because I think it's important. Again, thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
I swear, child, colorism, yes. And now you're talking about this. You're really going to be like a beacon of hope and light.
Amen.
These young girls coming up. Was there a pivotal moment that you can remember where you was like, I'm going to stop making myself throw up. I'm not doing this anymore. And if so, what was it? Like, what was going on at that time? Was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Besides the fact that I got hospitalized and I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks, I was so weak and it was not a good look. After that, I still kept doing it, but I don't really recall the moment that really triggered me to stop. I just stopped. It's like when you want to stop smoking, you just choose to stop and then you stop. So I did. Yeah.
Now, I want to talk to you about
what
Matthew knows. Ooh. Because I will say, with your inception into Love and Hip Hop and to us over here in the world, and bringing up colorism and all of that stuff, and people acting like they never heard of that before, which I thought was crazy. Especially in the Black community, it was like, y'all, we know what it is, you know. I do feel like you sparked a huge conversation to the point where I really think that it reached Matthew Knowles for him to say what he said. Just in case you guys don't know, he said that his daughter Beyonce wouldn't be as famous as she is today if she wasn't light skinned. Right. How do you feel about that? Do you agree?
Let me look at my publicist real quick.
No, I mean, like, do you feel, honestly, I just feel that you were the cause of that comment coming from Matthew Knowles.
I just feel that if I say something that may not be politically correct, people will be like, oh, I can't believe you said that.
Because we don't want the beehive.
Right. I'll clarify this. The reasons why Beyonce made it the way that up to where she has is because she's a hard-working woman. She's a hard-working woman. She's dedicated. She's responsible. Her work ethic is crazy. And she's freaking talented. We can't take that away from her. Right. However, did it help? Does it help in the industry for you to be a certain type of shade or whatever the case may be? Does it? It does, because it's not that I'm making it up. It's that you can see it. There's facts. You've seen it throughout the years. So that's what it is. I would never want to take away to say that the only reasons why she made it is because she's light skinned, because that's not true.
I don't think he was saying that the only reason why.
Right.
That would be crazy. He said that it did help.
But it did help.
She wouldn't be as big.
It did help. She wouldn't be as big. I think it's true. There's a lot of talented people that look like myself, that look like you, that if they have to pick between us and maybe someone that looks like her or a little bit lighter, whatever the case may be, that's just what it is. It's commercially, it's more appealing. And it's unfortunate because I think it's, like I said, many years of brainwash. I think that we should figure out a way to change that and give opportunities to every person, no matter your nationality or your race. Give them more opportunities. So I mean, that's a tough one, but that's just what I think. I mean,
no,
when her father says it, I mean, I don't know how to question that.
Because he had a lot to do with her career and her getting into the game. So
like,
I mean,
who
he
can know better than him and his mother and her mother? Like, who can know better? I don't really know how to answer that. But like I said, I think I love her. Beyonce is everything to me. The day that I meet you, Beyonce, because I know you're going to watch this.
Yes.
The day that I meet you, I'm going to cry a little bit because I cry all the time. And I just want to hug you and smell you because you're so awesome. Okay.
Well, do you think you were the cause of him kind of making that statement? Not like the cause, but you don't understand how broad that little snippet of you on there went like viral.
No, I don't think that was a cause, because I believe that he's also writing a book or something, and he's been doing it for a second now. I just think that reactivated his thoughts or just restarted the conversation.
Reactivation.
Like I said, I think that the Afro-Latino community has been put in the shadows for so many years.
Yeah.
And then just talking about the colorism aspect of it, not just the Latino community, but the African-American community also stood up for what I was saying and understood where I was coming from, why I felt the way that I did.
Yeah.
So, I guess that he felt it would be a good time to also talk about it.
Talk about support, right? Talking about that, because you said a lot of people came forth in your favor of the conversation. Alicia Keys.
Oh my God!
Whoa.
Did you guys see that? Alicia Keys posted up on her Instagram. She said that I was stunning, and she said that she thought I was beautiful inside and out. Oh my God! I love Alicia Keys so much. She is so beautiful. She is so talented. I love what she stands up for as well. Just to be naturally beautiful, no makeup or whole. I always say, this is what I truly preach, and never feel as if you should change who you are or the way that you look. You know what I mean? To fit society's standards of beauty, or to feel beautiful according to what other people think or say that you should be. Like, do whatever makes you feel good. Like Alicia Keys, she doesn't want to wear any more makeup. That's it. It's done. You're not obligated to. And I think she's beautiful just like that. So the fact that she could see what I'm doing, and that she knows about what I'm doing and what I stand up for, and that she posted me, really meant a lot to me. So I'm grateful for all the people that are supporting me right here on my live as well. Hi, guys. I want to thank everybody that supports me, everybody who believes in me, every single person that follows me on all my social media. Thank you guys so much, because you guys are helping me make this possible.
Yeah. Were you shocked as all hell when she did that? Because you never met her before, right?
No, I haven't. I can't wait to meet her.
Portia Williams from Real Housewives of Atlanta shouted you out as well.
Portia too. There's a few of them. Kalani as well. There's a whole bunch of them. I'm very grateful.
Yaya was a big one. I thought
Yaya too. I did speak to her. We did DM a little bit.
How did that conversation go?
Good. We were trying to figure out a way where we can do something together to also, encourage younger women. The same concept, to be yourself. And like I said, I love me some Tyra Banks now. Hold up. So I was like, okay, we're going to do this real smoothly because I love Tyra. And like I said, sometimes, people may say things the wrong way, and that's really not their intentions. They may have not thought about it thoroughly before they did something. Doesn't mean that they're a bad person or that's truly how they feel. It's just that at the moment, they didn't really think it through all the way. So I thought it would be a good concept, to be able to do something with her, and we're still working on that. Let's see what happens.
Shout out to Yaya, man.
Yes.
I was rooting for you to win that season too.
Yes.
Shout out to Eva Pickford as well. She's beautiful, but I was Team Yaya, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, I was. I was for
I
sure.
like both of them.
Yeah, I was Team Yaya for sure, for sure. As far as women, since we're on that, March is coming up. March, Women's History
Yes.
Month. Talk to me about your history coming up. Who were some of the women that you looked up to? Just in case. the people
I
don't know.
always talk about the same one because she was really like the it thing for me. She was everything. Well, I loved and admired so much Celia Cruz. She was a worldwide artist. She was so humble. She was beautiful. She was talented. She was just an amazing spirit, amazing person. And I was given the honor to perform with her in like 3 occasions with her as a backup dancer. And just to share the stage with her meant so much to me. Unfortunately, when she passed away, I didn't really have anybody else to look up to. So I automatically had to look into the American market and look for Tina Turner's, Whitney Houston, Donna Summers, which are amazing, talented women.
Yeah.
But I couldn't look in my own community for that role model. I had to look, outside, which kind of sucks to me because now the new generation that's growing up, they don't have that either. They have to look into the Rihannas and the Nicki Minaj's and the Beyonce, and that's fine. But I think that they should also be able to have people that they can admire and look up to within their own community.
Yeah. Now, working with Celia Cruz, can you give me your most memorable moment working with her?
Yes, I remember, and I will always cherish this moment. One day we were backstage, and I have always been very like this, very sassy and very like. So I was in the hallways just dancing and rehearsing, and my mom like lives through me. So my mom was just watching me rehearse, and she would be like, "Put your arms like this and stand like that and smile and da da da." And Celia Cruz was coming with her husband. She was just coming from performing, and she told my mom, "Oh my God, she is so adorable. I wish that I can, adopt her." And my mom was like, take her, as a joke. And then she just hugged me, and she looked at me, and it's just those moments that I will never forget. She was so awesome.
Did she give you like any advice that you remember that will forever stick with you?
She never really gave me any advice like that. I just recall, her always admiring my beauty from a very early age, and just her presence. I think that the something I'll cherish from her is her presence. There are people that can walk into a room and you just feel that energy, that presence. That's how she was. She just felt naturally big.
I was about to say talking about big, but no.
Wait, talking about what type of bigs? What we talking about?
Right,
though?
it's funny because it's actually going to kind of go there, but I do not go there. Big,
clarify.
as in your big personality.
Oh.
Is it difficult for you to date or your dating scene? First of all, are you single?
I need you guys to listen on my Insta story, on my live, and over here on the show. I am currently single.
Okay.
I am currently single. It's very hard to find a man in this industry that will understand, you know what I mean, that I travel, all the things that I do. I have a strong personality. I'm a strong woman. So it's a little bit hard to find a guy that doesn't get intimidated by it. In the meantime, I'm really focused in my career, and I pray to God that he does put, in my path the right man. So Valentine's Day this year is going to be really lonely.
Now, when it comes to colorism, have you experienced that in the dating scene, though? Because I know for me, I've had guys say, you're like the one of the few dark-skinned girls I ever dated, or like the only dark-skinned girl.
Yeah. I have. And they make it seem like it's an experiment. Like, I'm going to try to see, let's try. Let's see, because I've never been with a black girl before or whatever. And I hate it when they make it seem like it's an experiment. Like, I'm a different, breed or something like that. Like I come like I'm an alien. So it bothers me. So if you haven't dated a black girl before, let me not be your first one. Because I'm not here for this whole experimental thing. No.
Okay, high five to that, though.
No, that's what we're not going to do.
What type of men do you like for the guys out there? Since you are single and you're looking.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
You don't want to waste all of this on
I'm not looking too hard because I'm busy. But if you slide up in my DMs, I'm gonna look at you. Actually, I'm really open-minded. I like them to have a big personality, be smart. My mom definitely has to like you, and you can be stingy. There you go. I just said it. Boom, that's it.
But there's no physical attributes that.
Physical attributes for the most part. I like guys that have a little tummy. That's just my thing. I don't like guys that have like a flat tummy. Like, I like to rub on a tummy.
You're really like my twin right
Really?
now.
You
Yes,
too?
as far as personalities and kind of like what you've been through. I'm like, yo, that's
Yeah.
so crazy. My friends
What
that's
sign
watching
are you?
this, I'm a Libra. No,
Me
don't say
too.
you're no,
What
God.
day? What day?
This is scary. That's
Wait,
what I'm like.
what day?
The 3rd.
On the 4th.
Girl, bye. See how organic this is?
Yes.
I knew I wasn't tripping. I'm like, why are you like,
Like me.
yes.
It's a Libra thing.
It's a Libra thing.
Are you
There
emotional
go.
too?
Very.
I
And
know.
when I love hard.
Really? Are you a crier?
Uh,
I'm a crier.
behind
I'm a
the
crier.
scenes, though.
Behind the scenes, yeah,
Behind
I'm
the
a
scenes.
crier.
I don't
I'm a
really,
crier.
I'm so tough.
It's a
and-
Libra thing. I
yeah.
love it. Awesome.
Now, you know what way to kind of break down, just so the guys can really, because I know they really, really want to date you. Who's like your celebrity crush?
Oh my God. Elena asked my publicist, can I say my celebrity crushes?
Yes, publicist. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So there's this guy, right?
Okay.
And I think he's so cute.
All right.
I don't want to say it.
Hopefully he's watching your life right
No,
now.
I don't want to say it. Okay, so
Don't say it.
so I'll say
on.
people that I find physically attractive.
Girl, who your celebrity crush? Stop playing.
I think that there's this director called Director X. I think he's very attractive. He's so smart, and I love intelligent men.
Yes.
There's Nick Cannon. I think he has a great personality, and he's such a sweetheart.
Libras love personality.
I'm a personality chick. Like, I don't really care so much about your physical aspect.
I say the same thing.
There's
Even though we like a little belly.
and I like a little belly. I like a little, you know what I'm saying? You can eat
Even
up a
though
little
everybody
bit.
you name does
I will-
not have a belly.
I will feed you. Yeah, but as far as the belly, no, I can give them the belly. But the personality, though,
Uh-huh.
that has to be on fleek. Who else do we think is cute? Audience? I mean,
I'll take
Who
Nick
else do you
Cannon.
think is cute?
I'll take Director X. I feel like both of them will find you attractive, especially Director
but
X.
you know what it is, too?
Yeah.
Is that the smart factor. Like if... What? Ooh, go. Go. Who?
Hey, Alicia back there.
Hi, that's my publicist.
publicist.
Okay, cool.
I just want to say this. And I go off of, I'm an Aries.
Okay, so
Vibe off of a lot of different things, plus the energy.
give me a name.
I love me some Jay-Z and 50. I'm sorry.
Jay-Z and
I'll
50?
tell you why.
Like a little thug in you.
I am attracted to intelligence.
But the mic won't get her.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm attracted to intelligence, energy. I like,
Wait, does the microphone get her? What is it picking it up?
I don't...
I apologize, but I'm just saying.
You can slide in real quick.
Because I've been wanting to slide in on a couple of these topics.
Really?
Oh, you know who too? Ebro.
What it would pick up, right?
Yeah, come. Wait. You know what I think is cute
It's worth the
too?
cuss out. Come on, sis.
Look
Look at this. Woman in hip hop.
Sorry, we coming.
Yeah.
Real quick, woman in
It's
hip hop.
very
If you watch the
organic.
show-
It's
if
very
you watch-
organic.
If you watch the show, you know that I've interviewed publicists, women within the culture, managers.
There you go.
All of that. So this is a
Wait.
perfect fit.
What about
Sit right here in
do
the
you
middle.
know?
And you gotta excuse
Sit
me
right
because
here in
I've
the
been running around and we literally got
Oh, no,
off the
just sit
plane
here.
and we
Sit
just been going.
Yes, should I say it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'll sit.
We'll share. Can I share this with her?
Yes. It'll probably pick up all of it. Too.
All right, come on. We're having girl talk. Here we go. Yay!
Can
Okay,
you pass
so-
that cup now that I have a cup?
Oh no, you can
Not
have
to
some
give-
of this.
Nope, you're not drinking enough. I just want that one.
Okay, so
Just it hasn't been.
Wait, hold on. What about this radio personality? I think
I'm
it's really
gonna-
cute too.
You said Ebro.
Yeah, he's cute too,
now,
right?
see, wait,
Hot 97.
Ebro is. I like his personality. I
He
like.
has a nice
Now
personality.
hold on. Any man that can make you laugh and smile to me, I think is just a great attribute because
I think
for
they're
the
cute.
simple fact. We need that women that's busy and that's focused and that's on their grind. And
Yeah.
we need a moment to just be like, you know what? You take away all of our pressure and all of our stress and
Make
you
me
just make
feel
me
good.
feel good and make me laugh.
Yes.
So that's what I go off. I go off of energy.
Okay,
and
so let's
vibration.
get back to it.
So
All right,
50
boom.
cents.
50 cents. What's up with
Let me tell
50?
you something. Everything about him, his business king. I am attracted to a smart business man. I love it. And he looks good dressed in street. And
He could
suits.
wear a suit.
Man, that suit,
That man could
them
wear a
tailored suits
Yeah.
is like life for me. Now again, tailored suit, custom. I don't like the loose. No.
Yeah,
we're
the
grown.
saggy
We're
pants,
We're
the
adults.
old
The old Steve Harvey.
We're adults. And Jay-Z. Let me just say something about Jay-Z.
All right, now you know
Okay,
Beyonce.
yeah.
We'll check.
I
Yeah, bitch,
apologize,
real
Beehive, but listen. I admire his intelligence, the way he utilizes his street sense with the business, and he has built an empire. To me, right there alone, it's just an attraction.
So it's not so much of the physical aspect.
I don't
for you.
care about that. I don't
It's
care
the
about
business
that.
savvy. It's
I'm
the
more
intellect.
the intellect. Like
And
I
wearing a
want to
good suit.
connect with you, spirit. I want to connect with you mentally and spiritually. Like I want to connect with you.
I mean, I think every girl wants that. I mean,
I don't
want,
really care
I want
about-
a guy that I can connect with. That I could cuddle with you all day and be happy. Like, it's not even the physical part. Like, oh my God, he's so sexy.
Yeah, I
Look
don't
at
care
his
about
muscles.
that.
Look at this.
Yeah, I
For
don't
me,
care
you
about
don't even work out for your health, not because you're trying to look good.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
care
I'm
about
okay
that.
with that. Like, I got that. I
On
got
another
all of this.
token, because like I said, I've been wanting to chime in with you girls for the last.
I
couple
love
things.
this. I'm in heaven.
Um,
Girl
It's,
talk is my thing, girl.
Girl time.
Hey.
I
The more the
think
merrier.
when I first moved, I'm from the Midwest, by the way, Ohio.
Yeah.
Detroit. That's what's up.
Okay.
Midwest.
So I'm going to be honest with you. The first time that I experienced racism was within our Black culture when I moved to the South. And it shocked me more than life because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a high yellow red pick, and we, regardless of what the assumptions are, we have our issues too. Like I have issues that I deal with myself, but when I moved to the South, I never experienced racism like I did until I got there, and it was from a group of darker women.
Elaborate, please. Share
And
your
I
story.
was so in awe because I'm like, but I go through the same struggles. Little do you know, because of my tone and because of my red pigments, it's hard to be taken serious in a male-dominated
You're not
industry.
here, you're not there.
Right. Oh,
in a
definitely.
male-dominated industry.
Definitely.
That's why I love this podcast
because
I really
they look
love
at it
different
like
aspects.
oh, you got a cute face. You can go for the mix, and that's another thing. I hate when people ask that. What do you mix with? Please stop asking me that. Don't even ask that because it's just so, to me, it's rude. It really is. It's rude. Like I can go to a market. It's a market that I love to go to, and an Asian lady literally came up to me, no bull, and she said, "You have Asian in you. I could tell your face don't lie." And I'm just like, but how do you walk up to people and say stuff like that? Do you get what I'm saying? And like I said, when I moved to the South, that was the first time that I experienced racism. It was with some darker women. They said, "Oh, you got it easy. What are you talking about? Look at your color." And I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Right.
Is that what
Excuse
happened?
my
They felt
language.
like you had it easy, or
Yes.
was there
We
was
were
there
having
any
a
aggression
conversation
with them towards
No,
you?
we
Oh,
were
it was
having just a
that.
conversation.
Okay.
It's like, you don't even know what we're talking about. You have it easy. You look at you. You're high yellow. I'm like, are you serious?
Did you feel
I'm
that
like,
way?
and it bothered me because I was like, why would you think that? Because at the end of the day, I love working with all different type of women. That's my thing. I love it. But my thing is, don't assume that just because I'm high yellow or I have red pigments or however you want to do, that I don't have it hard.
But did you understand where they were coming from when they
I
said
did,
that?
but here's the thing. They didn't understand where I was coming from because of
That's
my
key.
color.
That's key.
Because of how light I am. They did not.
This
they
is so
basically just said,
ridiculous.
they basically just was like,
Dismiss you.
stop. You
Listen,
got it easy.
honestly,
Like your struggle isn't real.
once you
Right.
sit down and you hear everybody's story and everybody's, their struggles, it's so ridiculous to know that we are treated based off the way that we look, based off our skin color, something that we can't control. We were born looking like this. Like, it's not that we choose to look a certain type of way, which, by the way,
Right.
I would never change my skin color. I would never change, my features, my body. I would never change that because I learned to love it and embrace it, period. But it is so sad that whether it is that you're light-skinned or that you're too dark or that you're in between
between,
or
or-
whatever, that
or
we all go through struggles based off our skin, based off our looks. Like,
Yep.
it's not based off your talent, of your intelligence, personality, nothing. It's so ridiculous that at this point I feel they say one person can't make a difference. Yes,
Right.
you can.
Yes.
The way that you treat somebody else can make a difference for them to treat
I
somebody
agree.
else different. And we just need to come together. I know it sounds corny. Let's just all love each other. Okay, no. But we do need to
but
come
we can.
together.
Yeah. I
And here goes this. Now that we're on a women talk show,
Oh, Lord. Oh, she is not about to ask this
No,
question.
I'm not going to ask anything funny. But what I will say is, ladies, hold up.
Go.
Can y'all please, this goes for y'all too, stop hating so much. Stop hating so much. I'm saying in general, we hate.
Listen,
we find reasons to hate
but it's
on
very
other
good.
women for the smallest things.
It's
Whether
so
it's
true,
her
though.
hair, her skin, her butt, her weight, her this, how tall, how short. You guys need to stop it. The reasons why we are the way that we are is because we're so busy trying to destroy the other person. Like, that is so messed up, and it's the same reason why we don't grow and why we're not building together. We need to support each other more.
We're not.
That's why I love this podcast called Women in Hip Hop, because it's about
talk,
women.
girl talk.
Yeah,
It's about women. And I always say this, I'm sure y'all heard this at least for the 5th time. The show is called Women in Hip Hop, but the hardest thing for me to get on this show is women. Is to get women guests. But of course, why? But of course.
The reason why I'm saying that is, okay, I work in the industry as well. I work behind the scene. We are the talent behind the talent. And you see a lot of cattiness, competitiveness, and instead of collaboration, applause.
But I got a platform to
praise.
collaborate with you, sister. So why do you feel the need to not?
You see a lot of different elements that are not always positive. And women today, first of all, shout out to all the Black women that's leading businesses, entrepreneurs, because we are killing it. Even we do the team naps over here. So look, I'm like, you see, we look crazy. We just got off the plane, everything. So okay, I find it's always interesting to watch and just to see how some women don't embrace others just because of how hard they're going or how hard they're working.
I think it's out of fear of feeling like it could only be one. So if it could only be one, then you would be that one.
That's ridiculous.
It really is ridiculous. It's
like,
only one because we refuse to collaborate.
It's room
we
for
refuse
everybody
to come together.
You know
That's
what I
why.
mean? And everybody has the same 24 hours, period.
Ooh, tell
There
them.
is no ifs, ands, buts about it. There's no ifs, ands, buts. If you stop putting your energy into certain things and redirect it, and even redirect it with collaboration, great things can always happen.
Yeah.
Period.
I
I love working with women.
Yes.
I love working with all different type of
Give me
women.
the snaps again.
Like, I love it, but I also pay attention to women who don't applaud that, or to women who will smile in your face, but then go behind you and try you.
Y'all fake.
And it's
Like,
always
I do.
the one, and you let me know if you agree with this
Okay,
or
go
not.
ahead.
It's always the ones I feel whole MO or agenda.
I was not supposed to be in this.
You
at
in it
all.
now. You in it now.
I mean,
I just feel
seriously.
like their whole agenda that they try to push to the masses, but behind the scenes is fraudulent. Is this about women empowerment? The whole thing is, I'm such and such about women empowerment. I remember just watching like television or like listening to the radio or just watching like Instagram and seeing what a person is about. Then when I see them in person, I'm like, oh, what's up, girl? Because I know what you're about, women empowerment. What's up? And I get the, and it's like, it's like, wait a minute, I thought you was about, collaborating and coming together for a better cause. And I had to learn the hard way that is just something to get money. That is something that's just as trending. That is not something that is really sincere.
Not in my case. I personally do it because I really do want to inspire women. I really do want to motivate women, and not just women, people of wherever you may be. I want to inspire and motivate people. At the end of the day that I die, I want to know that I left people inspired and they were motivated because of the energy and the things that I said. Yeah. So I don't do it because of the money, because me inspiring and motivating you isn't giving me any money. I'm happy alone to know that you can come to me years later and say, Amara LaNegra did this. And the way that I feel about Celia Cruz, like, only if she knew how your words, your spirit, who you were, inspired me so much that thanks to you, I'm here today. That's all I really want to do for other people.
And here's another thing. What we have to learn, not even as women, just in general as human beings, is you never know honestly what a person's story is or what their background is. You never know how hard they ride for what they believe in based off of what they've experienced. And sometimes we don't listen to really listen. We only listen to just reply or just to be a part of a conversation. It's not always about, okay, ooh, I want to feel like I'm important or I want to do this. No, take your time and really get to know a person, or just say, I'm always about, okay, introduce yourself, because you never know what that can bring to you. I'm always about that. It doesn't matter if it's social media, etc. But I'm also one of those individuals where I need some me time to reflect.
Yeah.
So I come off, you know what I mean? I can come off very to myself, but I'm really not like that. I love to be around people. I love to learn people. I love to pay attention to people, because when I pay attention, I know how to approach you, and I know how to communicate with you. And I guess that goes back to my profession in PR, because I pay attention to everything. I pay attention to your energy. I pay attention to even how you approach me. I pay attention to how you respond when I approach you. Right. Even in communication with media, I pay attention to all of that, because I'm like, okay, now I know how I can deal with you, and I know how to utilize our ongoing relationship, or not utilize it, that benefits us both. So we have to kind of step back and just kind of pay attention a little bit more. And I don't think that we do that, because we live in this pop culture, this instant gratification, like, oh, we got to be a part of a trend, or we got to be a part of this, instead of really getting to know each other and say, you know what, let's collab on this. How about that? Oh, let's just start a women empowerment movement. But who really is actually taking the time to really, really do it?
And by the way, I'm so sorry that we've totally gotten away
because
from your list.
I'm over here like, oh, I got it. I'm like, this is look, and we are so like behind. I apologize, but listen. Oh, this is.
I know you're.
I need this content. Actually, you know,
girl talk.
I need this content, because what I do want to say. First of all, shout out to, because I don't want no one to get it all fucked up. Shout out to all the women that did come on this show to inspire other women. Yes. I will never forget your contributions and what you did as far as helping me out on my platform. Right. Love you for it. But a few of you have expressed the same feelings that we're expressing today. So, like, shout out to Nadeska Alexis, who's over there with Everyday Struggle. She felt the same way. She said she had issues with black women. Not to shade black women, but we're speaking our truth. And that's what it's all about. But I will say this. This is not by coincidence. This was to happen to us.
Amen.
If you go back to the Willie Lynch agenda and the whole Jim Crow, this was put there for us to go against each other. So I empathize with it. I don't get upset. I don't hate. I have a lot of personal conflicts when it comes with that, and I try to empathize with it and not take it personal, even though it's hard. But I know that it's not your fault, sister. It's not my fault. Right. And that's why I don't like to perpetuate the bullshit when it comes to, like,
it even come back from our parents too. Like,
but it goes further. Like, this was put there. If you look into Willie Lynch, and I realize that this generation really do not read. That's why I'm glad we're here in the Vibe Office Library. Really do your research and realize that this really isn't your fault. But if you educate yourself, then you will understand how to break this cycle. That's really a disease within our culture. That's why I don't deal with the team light skin or team dark skin. I refuse to do that. Now, I'm not knocking.
I'm going to be honest with you, when y'all were talking about the colors, and I understand it on so many different aspects. Like, when I hear Amara
That's why I appreciate your story with light, because I'm like, I understand.
When I hear Amara speak about it, you know, I understand her, but then also...
You feel like your voice not being heard because
it's
light
like,
skin go through it too.
But we really go through the same elements. It may not be on the same spectrum.
Exactly.
But we go through some of the same.
Listen, Mama, listen to me. At the end of the day, we all go through struggles, okay? We've all been through some shit. We've all gone through some struggles.
She does not need nothing else to drink, by the way. And look.
And this isn't even.
And you supposed to be timing us, because I just told you that.
No, because you sat over here and I don't want you to
Look,
go.
I'm over here like, I gotta go.
So, I just want to wrap up the whole team, light skin, team, dark skin, because I've been in personal confrontations when it comes to this. Even with friends, I just feel, again, it's perpetuating the agenda from the Willie Lynch, and I refuse to do that. I understand that a lot of the team, dark skin in particular, do it in support of each other, because you feel it's a lack of representation, like what Amara is saying. But be mindful of when you do that, you're causing a division even more so within our culture by doing that. I understand that you might mean well, but just be cognizant of what it's really doing to our culture. And I really think if we come together like we are on this table and talk about it and understand that, yes, light skin went through it too. That's why the reason why I refuse to do it, like, again, because my mother's light skin and my two sisters are very lighter than me. So I refuse to do team dark skin and just dismiss what my fellow light-skinned sister went through because I
Right.
seen them being bullied.
By the way, this is orange juice. Thank you.
Sure. And they was called stuck up and all that stuff. And I just think, it's fucked up. My mother got booed going across her stage to collect her diploma for no reason. She didn't have friends. She said because, it was the light skin thing.
Listen,
So
everyone
has struggles.
Let me tell y'all something. I went to school with the hair, the red brownish hair, light skin and all.
Ooh,
Used
that
to
was a
get
lot. We covered a
picked
lot.
on and everything about it. What color? What are you mixed with? Why is your hair blonde right here and it's reddish? Trust me, went through all of that. So I totally understand. But I also commend, like I said, I commend everybody's story because I believe that everybody has a background and has went through things that they don't even want to touch on, but at the same time they made it their victory.
I think, and just to close that up, like I said, I know that everybody's been through their struggles. My respect, whether you're light skinned, whether you're dark skinned, whatever the case may be. Like I said before, we need to stop hating so much and support each other a little bit more. I feel that myself, even though that I'm talking about the struggles for Afro-Latinos and women that look like myself, I'm always so open to support women that look like you or Caucasians or Latinos or whatever you are. I'm willing to support you. I don't care how you look. Like, I don't care. That's not my thing. Is who you are as a person. So the same thing. If you're light-skinned and you may obviously you may have family members that look like myself, support people that look like myself as well. It's just a support factor.
Exactly.
It's just a support. I hate the fact that we even sound like we're dividing each other. Like, we're like this and you're like that. And no, it's just a support factor, period. So with that being said, moving on.
Jazzy is over here so slick, people.
Right.
You can't leave the shot.
I'm sitting here looking at her like, oh, we gonna have to shorten this up. We are listen, and then she over here like, here she pushes the drink. She pushes the drink over like, no ma'am. So okay,
It's her fault.
We're doing, yep. But this is the part of the show that I like to call like confessionals. So a lot of these questions are one-worded answers.
Okay.
So it's kind of fun. So
Okay,
it looks
one
long on this
word.
paper.
Okay, one word.
Almost, just about.
One word.
But you're a talker.
I'm a
No, I can
So
get.
you might have to elbow her.
I can get right to the point. Go for it.
Okay, now I know you want to transition into mainstream.
Yes.
And you do have our attention. If you can, what is your plan on sustaining our attention?
You want one word for that?
I don't think you can give that in one word.
That's kind of hard.
One sentence.
One word?
One sentence.
How to sustain your
yeah.
attention?
Mm-hmm. What's your
All
plan
I have to
on
do
it?
is be myself.
Mm-hmm.
With that alone, being myself has gotten me to where I am right now. All I have to do is be myself. I don't expect any more or any less.
Okay. Now, would you do a complete album in English?
I wouldn't say that I wouldn't, but currently I don't see it. If anything, I would do a Spanglish. I would never want to lose my essence. You know, throw a little Spanish in there, boom. But completely English and forget that I ever spoke Spanish, no.
Dream collaborations. Rapper, singer, producer.
Yes.
All
Beyonce,
three.
Rihanna, Nicki. The list goes on. I love Pharrell. Alicia Keys, girl, hit me up. Erykah Badu. I'm very open-minded. I'm such an artist. I just like music, period.
Right. Now, I know you say your thing isn't necessarily hip-hop, but do you have a favorite female rapper, since this is women in hip-hop?
A female rapper?
Mm-hmm. I usually ask people to give me their top 5, and I ain't gonna do that with you today.
Right? A female rapper? Who can I say that? I mean, I like Remy. I like Remy Ma. Is it as hard to just pick one? Because I like some things about Remy, but I like some deliveries of Nicki. And I may like a little bit, you know what I mean? Everybody has a little bit of something that I like. So it's kind of hard to just pick one. Little Kim has a little thing too, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to just pick one. They're so good.
Male rappers, who's your favorite right now?
Oh my God, this is going to sound really corny, but I really like, a little bit going old school, I guess, Eminem.
He is so dope.
I really like Eminem. I like the real Slim Shady back in those days, like just the swag and the flow. It's different than the music that they're hip hop right now.
Cypher, though, the latest cypher he did.
His cypher was
sickening.
His cypher was really dope. I mean, I like him. I like many others. I like Kanye. There's a little bit I like about everything. I like Jay-Z a little bit. I like a little bit of a lot of people, but I personally really like Eminem. It's kind of weird.
Do you have a favorite artist of all time? If so, who?
Right now, I guess I would
Of
have
all
to,
time, so it doesn't have to be as of
I can't pick one. I can't pick one because I live for Tina.
Tina Turner.
I live for Tina Turner.
Wow.
But I really live for Beyonce because Beyonce is everything to me. She sings, she dances, she can act, she's beautiful, she's everything. So yeah.
Okay. We're remembering Whitney Houston. The anniversary of her death was February 11th, right? If you can, what is your favorite song by Whitney Houston?
Which one are you singing? The I Will Always Love You?
Yes.
I'm Every Woman. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
I like that song.
Every
It's
Woman.
fun. Every Woman? Yeah,
It was
I think
her.
it's fun.
It's originally Shaka Khan,
It's originally Shaka Khan,
but
yes.
her
The way she
rendition
did it was pretty
amazing.
cool. That's another one. It's like you're asking me
Yeah.
the hardest questions because, hello, how can you just pick one song? She's a freaking legend, an icon. She's everything. Huh? You can't pick one song. It's like pick one song from Prince or one Tupac song or one Biggie. Like,
Girl, you know your hip hop. Quit playing.
one Michael Jackson song. Like, that's hard. You can't pick one.
All right, I got last 2-3 questions.
Dale.
What would you say to your younger self if you could go back in that time when that hairdresser said her hair is unmanageable?
Manageable.
There you go. Grey Goose kicking in. For the perm story, I like to call it the perm story. What would you say to? Because I could just tell at that time, it had to be like.
I wish that I could have told myself, this is just the beginning. I wish I could have told that to myself. Because it took me some time to really process everything that was going to happen afterwards. If I would have known that that was just the beginning of the struggles for me, that I've really had to be tough starting that from that point on, I wouldn't have suffered as much as I did. I would have taken things differently. So I would have told myself, this is just the beginning. Like, get ready. There's going to be a lot more.
When it's all said and done,
Yes.
How would Amara LaNegra want to be remembered?
I definitely want to be a legend. I don't see myself being in history books, but who knows? Who knows? You know, because I'm still young. There's a lot that I can still do. There's a lot of things I want to do. Right. But I want to be remembered for being a strong woman, for standing up for what I believed, for using my voice, using my social media platforms, because I'm sure that years from now, Instagram will be like an old thing.
Yeah.
But I want people to remember that I use my social media to promote something positive, that I inspired millions of people to embrace and love who they were without caring what social media or what society thinks that beauty really is. Mm-hmm. You know, there's a standard that you should look like this. And if you look like this, you're beautiful. You have to look like Kylie or look like Kim Kardashian or look like... No, you are beautiful just the way that you are, period. So I definitely want to be remembered for motivating and inspiring other people.
Now, you did say something about the standard of beauty. I do want to ask this because we were looking at, I was looking at past interviews, like I said.
Yes.
And I don't know if you're really open with it, but I mean, as far as like
my boobs,
plastic surgery.
Okay.
Are you open with that? Do you talk about that?
This first? Why did you like this
I don't know.
As far as a plastic
necessary.
surgery,
We could keep it going.
reverse.
Okay, reverse. Okay. Only because to me that was
A thing?
No, not a thing. It was just, it stood out. It was like obvious.
Oh,
because I feel
okay.
like people pick on you with your hair, and I'm like, obviously, like her skin, she didn't get like melanin shots. I don't want to ask those questions because I feel like that's dumb.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like she.
Okay, well, this is how I feel about
But are you open about that? And
Yeah.
did you do it for yourself, or did you do it at the time because of
I'm
pressures
open
to
about
be
it. I don't
perfect?
care. Nobody paid for it besides myself. So big deal. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? The only reason realistically why I did it was because I didn't like how clothes fit. Mm-hmm. I wanted to be able to wear the dresses. They had the thing, but not because I cared. Because whoever really liked me before that or likes me is gonna like me with or without boobs. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't really care much for it. It was more like for the look.
It was a personal.
It was a personal thing. And to
you
be
wanted.
honest, I slightly kind of regret it a little bit.
That was my next question.
I regret it a little bit because I wasn't used to it. It's like a very I don't know. I don't want to say Latino things because African Americans, have it as well. But usually when you have a lot of butt and big hips, you have small boobs, and my boobs were really tiny. Or it's vice versa.
Or you could be cursed with both.
Oh, okay. You could be cursed with both. Yeah.
No, I always wish to have smaller boobs. I mean,
I had okay. Well, No. I had really small boobs. And I had big hips. So I always wanted to be a little bit more even, like I said, because of wardrobe. I regret it a little bit now because it's obviously when I wear clothes now, I just feel like, oh my God, they're in the way. Like when you run and everything.
It looks beautiful though.
Right
Oh,
there
thanks.
of our own self imperfections that we just laughed at together.
Yeah.
You see how we just talked about
Can we do
all
it
of
again?
those? Yeah, you know.
All right, guys.
You know,
Yeah.
womanhood.
So-
Okay, for real. I'm gonna stop talking because
And you know what? And here goes another thing too. For women that do have plastic surgery or women that do want to get plastic surgery, I definitely want to be able to put this out there too. If you want to do it because you want to. Like I always say, not because you feel pressured. Like you have to.
Or for a man.
Some women naturally don't have a big butt. But the way the society is right now, they make you feel you have to have a small waist, a big butt. If you're not built like that, don't feel bad. Just embrace what you have. And if you want to get it, mama, go save up your money. Income taxes money comes in. Go lay away and pay little by little and get your butt done. Your butt, whatever makes you happy. Be happy is your life.
This is why. This is what I deal with. It's all fun, but we also work. We work, but we have moments. She has a talk show that we do, you know, on our own.
Yeah, we do.
It's so very.
Can I come?
interesting.
Yes.
No, it's so very interesting.
It is.
You should have heard our topics in your
In
waiting
there,
area.
the topics were lit.
We were in
And
the.
why y'all ain't share this for women?
Because
in the
it was supposed to be about my career,
Yeah.
But I could give you some of that. But I mean, I know the
Yeah,
time is
no,
short. I
we have to
can't.
go.
Next time.
Next time, it was
Okay.
so good too.
Real quick, did you get those done here or in out the country?
Oh, I got them in the other country.
In Dominican Republic?
No, I got them in Colombia.
Oh.
Great place. Okay, let me go.
Okay. Just wanted to share that.
No,
Even though I do have boobs, I always thought about getting them.
Yeah. It's a great place to go. Plus, if you want to get, you know, like the smart lipo and all that.
Okay, that's too much.
They take
That's
out
too much.
100% versus 80% like in the U.S.
You know.
Please, I know a lot. I'm a publicist. Trust me. What are you talking about? We could have a whole podcast on that alone.
Shout out
on,
to the
on
plastic
P-
surgeons
on
in
PR.
Colombia.
You know, I'm just saying. So,
With that being said, guys, feel free to follow me at Amara LaNegra,
Yeah,
ALN.
follow the
at
client.
Amara
And follow
LaNegra.
Jess.
At Amara LaNegra, ALN. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Don't miss Love and Hip Hop Miami every Monday on VH1 at 9 p.m. And stay tuned for my new single, Insecure. It's coming real soon. I know that I didn't get to talk much about, you know, my label and my music and everything else, but stay tuned to that. Follow me on social media so that you guys can see the preview, which is coming out real soon.
And I have no idea how I ended up on this show. I was really in the back,
She was feeling the vibe.
chilling,
babe.
but they just started talking. And
All right.
But have a great day.
Wait, so I do this. I'm going to do this like I do this on every episode. If you can, sum it up in one word. The vibe. Since we here at the vibe headquarters, the vibe that you're feeling right now. Sum it up in one word.
You know what? I would say I feel empowered.
Ooh.
High five.
Wait, we don't do high fives. What do we do?
Oh, okay. You're right.
There we go. Thank you guys for coming to Women in Hip Hop Podcast. Amara LaNegra and Alicia.
How that happened. I was not supposed to get your.
All right, bye.
And I will see you guys later on the next time on Women in Hip Hop Podcast. Bye.